Hello again, and welcome to the continuation of the moving vlog. Yes, I am sitting here in the main room pretty much as you saw it in the end of the last video. I have not finished filling out that. Actually, my husband has put our NAS there, but I don't know if we're gonna leave it there. And as you will notice, there's, some laundry hanging back there. That's actually a good thing because if you did watch my past video, you know that I went to the store, the hardware store, to find a new piece for our washer dryer. Clearly, I found it and I managed to install it and everything is working swimmingly. Anyway, I am starting this vlog not too long after I finished the last video, so if you want to watch that one first, definitely go check it out. You can click the link right up here and you can watch the actual moving vlog so you can see a little bit from the last apartment moving into this apartment, and I also recapped kind of how all the moving process went. Unfortunately, in the last video I mentioned that we were going to get some drawers for our clothes, like a new wardrobe, but unfortunately one of the pieces that we wanted is not in stock right now. Last time we checked it was, now it's not. And supposedly it will come back in stock in about 2 weeks. So we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait it out, which means that our clothes are gonna kind of stay a little bit of a mess. In the meantime, what I've decided to do is just kind of stack up my sweaters and stack up my stuff in as neat of an organizational pile as I can possibly manage, just so that it's not in suitcases, which is how we moved it. And then the goal is the office. The bookshelves must go up, those last boxes must be emptied, and everything must be organized. That was a cat knocking something down. All right, you guys, here is the room. Here is this evening's project, the office, and specifically these bookshelves. My husband is gonna be taking care of the wiring and the, computers and everything, but I wanna try and get as much of this done as I possibly can. Ooh, did not mean to zoom. Okay, I think this is a good angle for you. You can see pretty much everything, the most important things. The bottom shelves are usually the boring stuff anyway. So the goal is to go through all of these remaining boxes, some of which will not be bookshelf things, some of them will be desk things, and also the main room's little shelves, TV stand shelves. But those I'm just gonna set aside for now, and we're gonna worry about them later. I think this is all desk things and Xbox. Oh gosh, that's heavy. Okay. Oh, all the excitement every time you have an unopened box. What did I forget that I had? Wow, this is so much work. And the book collection just keeps growing. I'm not sad about that, but I am a little bit overwhelmed. All right, you guys, I am exhausted. And I think I just need to stop, get some dinner, get some water. Yeah, just something to refresh my energy. And then I'm gonna come back to this. And I have a funny feeling by the time I do, the light is gonna be pretty dim. So I am gonna come back to this video tomorrow with fresh light. And then tomorrow I will do a bookshelf tour to show you whatever I made of it. Yeah, I will get back to you tomorrow as stuff's falling all around me. I will get back to you tomorrow with an update. I am vlogging outside for a change, more as proof that I do actually leave the apartment. Anyway, I am walking through a very big, forested park that exists in The Hague. It is a lovely day. Supposedly it's going to rain in any minute, basically. Living in The Hague is constantly taking your chances on potentially getting rained on. I really should have brought an umbrella, but I felt like going for a walk. I felt like I really needed to get out of the apartment. I had a text translation that I had to get done this morning. Now I am taking a break, and then I'm gonna run some errands so I can actually get a little bit, not really of sun, but of daylight. The thing about moving is that, first of all, there haven't been many days that I haven't left, at least for going to the hardware store, going to buy stuff that we need. But even on days where I'm mostly at home, I'm never sitting, which is weird for me because normally working as a writer and social media manager, a lot of my work is at a computer and is completely sitting. Some jobs have required more behind the scenes, I have to move around and actually film stuff, but a lot of my jobs, especially in the past few years, have been meetings and working with remote colleagues, and not a lot of actually moving around or needing to move around, just sitting at my computer. So this has been super different, and I'm just so physically exhausted, and yet I'm here out on a walk. But this is a very different type of physical activity. But yeah, this is just very much needed, and I thought maybe I would share it with you as well. as much as I need to get a couple of things checked off my to-do list right now, I think I'm gonna bake something. This will be the very first thing that I've ever baked in this new apartment, so I think it's gotta be good. And of course, if you know me, you know that it has to be something with pumpkin. You should see the way I have you balanced right now. It's insane. Hi, baby. I have a lot of really good pumpkin recipes that I've tried before that I really, really love, but I'm gonna try one that I haven't before. It is for pumpkin crumb cake muffins from Sally's Baking. I love her recipes. And this is apparently very similar to her baked pumpkin donuts recipe, which I've made a couple of times and absolutely love. But I'm gonna make the muffin version because I could not make muffins in the last apartment. I've complained so many times about the fake oven that they had. Combination microwave ovens are really popular apparently here in the Netherlands. And most of the time, those look like ovens, but it just has microwave features as well. But the one that we had in our last apartment was extremely cheap, extremely crappy, and it actually looks like a microwave. It had a spinning plate. So I did bake in that thing, but I was very limited in the recipes I could do. But what was most limiting was just the size. It was the size of a like European microwave. I could barely fit our larger like dinner plates in there. So I definitely could not fit my cookie trays, my muffin tins, like I couldn't even fit the tray. So I'm gonna make muffins to celebrate the fact that I can now fit my muffin tray in an actual oven.
Hi, Bing. Are you my little sous chef?
No shell. Somehow. This looks and most importantly smells amazing. Can you hear it storming outside? That is the rain that I could have been caught in. I don't know if I can pick this up. I don't remember how I did this. So, okay, now it's too low, but I will just lay like this on the counter. So 5 minutes at a higher temperature, and then I reduce for an additional 16 to 17 minutes. With the other, like a barely functional combination microwave oven, I had to always do things like almost double the time. But with this one, I'm just going to try and bake it exactly as you're supposed to do in a regular oven and just see if it turns out okay. In the meantime, I will get some stuff done and I will be back in a bit. All right, guys, the first timer has gone off. Looks pretty good, actually. Beautiful. All right, so I was debating whether or not to wait to do the official bookshelf reveal until Megadesk was all set up, but I'm not sure when that's gonna be because we have been so occupied with light fixtures and hardware store runs for various pieces of the light fixtures because of some weird electrical thing that I'm not gonna go into, but we've been so occupied with that that every evening after work we have just been focused on that and we haven't actually set up Megadesk. So I will wait. So I thought I would go ahead and show you the bookshelf, which I think is pretty much finalized at this point. There might be little things that we move around here and there, but at least for now, it is ready. And I also have set up my little filming corner, which I don't think I've showed you yet. So here they are, the bookshelves. pretty much in the same sort of style as before, and the organization system is pretty similar. There might be a few things that I change yet, but the things that are pretty certain are like this little area. I absolutely love this. I think I've showed it to you before. It was a birthday gift several years ago from my husband, and he basically put Hamlet into Hamlet. Of course, my Taylor Swift shrine, as I call it. I have this amazing Eras Tour book, which my sister got me. I am gonna change this out at one point. This is too much Eras for me, maybe a little bit too much pink, but for the moment, this was a souvenir, kind of bandage over my soreness about not getting to actually see the Eras Tour. My husband framed the little poster that they gave us at the cinema. And then of course I have all of her CDs. And here's Brandon Sanderson, next to one of my other favorite authors, Fonda Lee. I have this one kind of laying at a weird angle because I'm currently reading it very slowly. I have not made much progress because of move stress and stuff. I've tried to read so many times and just ended up reading the same paragraph over and over because my mind just started to think about all the things I had to do for the move. That's there for now, but I'm also leaving an extra space because I want to get the other secret projects at one point. I've only read Tress so far, and also I'm gonna buy obviously the newest Stormlight archive book. Even if I take a little break between this 4th one and the 5th one, I will buy it, so I need some more space, so I'm just laying it like that for now. These are some of my more YA books. I think all of these are YA. And then over here we've got some miscellaneous stuff. This, by the way, is written by a really good friend of mine, and it's her debut novel, so I highly recommend you check it out, Black Salt Queen. Of course, my Gemstones book for my writing project, which is going so slowly right now. Again, just impossible to focus on stuff like that when I'm stressed about, you know, moving my entire life and uprooting and going to a different part of the city. But I am definitely going to be on a more disciplined schedule soon. These are more classics. Classics are also a little bit, there's a couple down here, and there's a couple like our Shakespeare books, Jane Austen collection, stuff like that. But these starts with all the French classics. These are mostly my husband's. I will one day maybe try and read some of those, but who knows. And then more English language classics over there. We don't own a lot of classics, even if we've read a lot, but most of those we either read in university or earlier and we just don't own the physical copies, or maybe the physical copies got loaned to a friend or something and we haven't gotten them back. That's about it. That is the bookshelf tour. There are definitely a few books on here that I would like to donate. Most of the things that I own, I bought consciously or were given to me very thoughtfully, and they're things that I have read and I love, and maybe I'll read again, or I at least want them to be on the shelf forever and, you know, keep them because they're a story that means something to me. But then others, you know, I read them, I enjoyed them, and I moved on. So it's not necessarily a book that is special enough that I want to keep it forever. And the more I move, the more I just really start to think, okay, which ones are worth moving with? Because I really want to grow a book collection. So does my husband. We're both really avid readers, but we don't read hours and hours a day because we just don't have time for it. So we really want to be conscious. And then with all of our moving and stuff, we shall see. I am super proud of how the bookshelves turned out, and now let's go to the little filming corner. So I am going to be using this side of my desk, and it is right next to this adorable little corner behind the door, and I think it would make a perfect filming space. So that's what I'm gonna try. We're gonna see. I have it all set up, and I'm gonna try filming some videos there. We'll see if the lighting and the sound and everything kind of cooperates and it makes a good filming space. At the bottom, again, I have put all of my stuffed animal collection. Actually, not all of it. I have 2 others in the bedroom, but if you don't know, I love stuffed animals, and I especially love these adorable little googly-eyed plushies, and I kind of have a little collection, and I had stopped collecting them for a while, but then I saw this adorable Highland cow and I had to get it because we're going to be going to Scotland. Have I said that in a vlog? Oh my god, Bingley. What are you doing? Above that, I have, of course, my little candle. I need to find a way of, like, I don't know, putting a new candle in there. Maybe I'll try candle making at one point. A really fun Halloween candle from Bath & Body Works, and I just love it so much. It looks like Hamlet. These adorable books with inspirational quotes, writers and musicians. It was from a friend in Bristol. The remainders of my frog collection from my childhood, because I was a huge fan of frogs. And up here, I have my little pop collection, which again, usually doesn't grow, but then occasionally I'll end up getting a new one. So it's grown a little bit over the years. My little wine ornament. Finally, at the top, we have Morgana. I've decided she goes back on my filming shelf. And then a little misfortune, which I got in a little like mystery box in Amsterdam with my friend who visited me from Canada. We both got mystery boxes and I was so happy I got Fortune. She is probably my default champ to play right now. So there you go. And at one point I'm gonna be putting up my little pin collection, a poster, which I will get framed, I swear. And that will be my filming space. So that's the office update for now, and I will further update you whenever Megadesk is ready to be seen.
Are you cozy?
Hello, from me and a very cuddly Hamlet. I am sitting here editing this video and drinking coffee from my adorable little mug. Look at this thing. I'm obsessed with it. But upon getting all of the footage into Final Cut, I realized this video has gotten very, very long and I don't know how much I can cut it down at this point. So I'm gonna just stop it here. Megadesk is still not ready, even though it's been a little bit of a gap since the last clip that you just saw. You know when you've moved, if any of you have moved, especially a big move, or if you've moved several times, you know what I'm talking about. But you work so hard the first several days, even like the first week or two. It's been like 2.5 weeks, I guess, since we moved in. But you put so much effort right at the beginning to get everything like in its place so you can live somewhat normally and feel at home. And we've done that. And then there's just like that one box that's left that has stuff that you might need eventually, but in the first couple of weeks, you haven't needed it so far. And that box remains unpacked. That's the office for us. We have a box that we just can't get to. There's so many other things to do. We did receive our closet storage and stuff for all of our clothes. So again, like the moving has not stopped. We've been doing stuff every single day, but the office is not done. So I will save it for a future video. You'll probably see it in the next vlog, but I'm definitely very excited to show you Megadesk. I'm very excited to have an office space to work in, an office space to record in, an office space to edit in, to write in. It's just very exciting. Everything's very exciting to me right now, but it's gonna have to wait for a future vlog. I also have travels coming up, so many exciting trips coming up. I still have stuff to book. I mentioned Scotland. There's also trips, quick trips at least, to both of my home countries. So that is great. And a lot to look forward to, a lot to record, a lot to plan, a lot to do. So with all that said, I'm going to go back to enjoying my coffee from my adorable little mug and editing this video and hopefully making it something that is not so long that you get bored. Let me know in the comments below what you love seeing in these vlogs, what you want to see in future vlogs, and also I will be doing some sit-down videos at one point too. So yeah, lots to look forward to. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want to see whenever I upload a new video. You can also turn on notifications. You can follow me on other platforms. All the links are on my channel. Did I remember everything, Hamlet? Did I get it all? Have I been a good YouTuber? He says yes. Thank you all so much for watching, as always, and I will talk to you very soon in another video.